So we got ourselves another fun-filled day of harvest chaos. I'm out of the chopper today. Bart's running it for two reasons. One, it's field here, so he likes to run it on that. But two, I gotta get a bunch of USDA paperwork done. So I'm gonna go set up camp over here at the feedlot and weigh trucks while I work on the paperwork because they don't have anybody to run the scale. We are 3 truck drivers short this morning. 2 of them have people in the hospital with broken legs and arms. Just a real weird coincidence. I mean, and the third one, I'm not sure what he had going on, but it was one of the custom guys. He called and said he couldn't make it. So we're 3 trucks short, so anything we can do to keep this process going as quickly as possible, we need to do it. Hopefully we can finish up this pit today. And I think the plan is tomorrow for both choppers to go back to Grenada because we know we got corn getting dry down there. It's just a matter of whether the ground is dry enough for us to move around efficiently. With that being said, let's see how this goes. Huh? So I'm not gonna lie, guys, this makes me sad. When I was a kid, this feedlot was a humming. I mean, it was packed. There was a person in the scale house all the time. It was nice in here, and after 10 years of no cattle here, the place kind of fell apart a little bit. But at least it doesn't smell too horrible in here. So, time to get started on paperwork while I wait. Oh, it's not going to focus out the window, is it? There it goes. You can see Silas' truck over there unloading. All right, let's get started. Just trained my wife on how to do everything at the scale, so I don't have to sit in there anymore. Air conditioner in that building doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. Luckily, it's only 75 out. But I'm actually going to run up to the field, see how it's going, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. It's noon, so I can't go turn in paperwork, because even if the USDA office was actually open for people to go in, there'd be nobody there because it's noon. So, guess I'm just going to kind of make some cool YouTube footage for the next hour or so until I can go in there. Sounds like a good idea. yesterday, so I'm just gonna roll it into today's video as well. I'm on the hour trek back over to Grenada. Sorry if you can't hardly hear me. My allergies finally caught up to me and they hit hard. It's really fun being a farmer with bad seasonal allergies. And then try having allergies during a pandemic, because there is no other disease right now other than corona. You're not allowed to have allergies. People just wonder if you have corona. I actually wore a mask into a local gas station for the first time yesterday, just so that way they couldn't tell I was so screwed up with my sinuses and everything. But, so I'm heading over here, got a couple of days worth by myself. Glenn's gonna stay at home, clean up the last of our stuff where Bart was cutting yesterday, in a field I left the day before. He's gonna clean those up. Then we've got some dry stuff he can keep working on. By the sounds of it, I'm gonna get down here, cut really hard today and tomorrow, and then it's gonna be iffy on where I can go, because we've got stuff that's way too dry, but at the same time we're right on the edge of catching up to stuff that's too green. So hoping we can put together a few good days here. I've got my fingers crossed that we can kind of knock it out of the park because today's Thursday, so these next 3 days, maybe take Sunday off of chopping. That'd be nice, because I'll just sleep all day. Got like 4 hours of sleep last night because of this. It's gonna be a long day. I spend a lot of time on these videos talking about, why we do certain things. And I know I've talked quite a few times, with the sweeps and stuff, about worrying about dirt blowing. Today's a good example of that, unfortunately. So you look around, nice clear sky, but you look where I'm going. Even with the sun glare, I'm pretty sure you can see that haze up ahead of me. That's dirt. And if up that way somewhere, something is blowing like crazy. Probably Dryland, waiting on a rain to plant their wheat. But unfortunately, that's part of farming around here, dealing with the dirt. So just thought I'd point that out. I mean, I talk about it all the time. We're at like 6 inches of rain this year, according to the official reading. Maybe we're up to 7 now. It's hard to grow crops in these conditions, guys. And that right there is a big problem in this area, and that's why we're planting wheat in August. We've never planted wheat in August. Normally we plant our wheat in October. We don't know if we're going to get any more irrigation water. So we're planting wheat and just praying it at least comes up and acts as ground cover all winter. Even if it dies, we'll scramble and find a new plant in the spring. But we got to get something to cover the ground to keep it from doing that. Flood ground is opening the field. I've got literally 75 acres. There's literally half a mile of rows that I got to do 2.7 across. Hey, there's a sweet spot. Because it just bounces the heck out of the equipment. The spout gets whipping back and forth. It's just not good. I like this. A couple videos ago, I asked you guys what you want to know about silage. One of the comments was, how do you know when to chop? That's a really good question. One we don't seem to know half the time, it seems like. So what you want to look for on your ear, you want it to be started to dent. Oh, let me get the camera turned here. So you want that dent to start forming, which means it's drying down. Then when you snap it in half and look towards the butt end of the ear, you're looking for the milk line. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but these kernels, there's a distinct difference between the yellow and the kind of whitish. Be kind of about right there. That's what's called the milk line. What that is that's that kernel drying back. That's why it's already starting to dent, because the end dries and it dries itself from the outside to the end. The milk line tells you your moisture. You want about a 25% milk line, which means it's about 25% of the way down the kernel. If you look at this, it's right there at 25%. If you look at the monitor, it's showing an average of 69.8. So we're running right at 1% above ideal. So this is about perfect. Another way to tell before getting into a field, really, just look at the husks. You want them edges to be starting to kind of brown just a little bit. And you can see on some of them, like over here, I'm seeing a little bit of browning. Just the littlest bit of browning, you know it's got to be getting close. Kind of other than that, I mean, there is no real great way of knowing when to start, honestly. It's kind of like knowing when to start combining. You have to go try it eventually. You know, you can do every bit of checking you can, but until you actually put the header in the field and get some numbers coming up on the monitor, you really don't know when it's time to go. But that's kind of what we do. Something that really helps us, we got a really good agronomist around here. Checks the fields for most everyone we're chopping for. Well, he went out and bought a tester for his house, so what he'll do is when he's out checking the fields, because he checks them all once a week, when he thinks they're getting close, he'll pull some samples, go cook it in his tester, and then he can kind of give us an idea of, hey, about 3 to 5 days or a week on this type of deal. That's been super handy this year. That's all I got. I'm telling you guys, Monster could be a sponsor of Silage Harvest. I know they're not exactly good for you, but gotta have something to get through the day. Buy these smaller ones on Amazon, so that way at least I feel like I'm doing something a little better than drinking the big 16-ouncer. But sitting here waiting on trucks. I'm bored. Thought I'd wrap up this video. I don't know what all I got today. We'll see. Where I wasn't feeling great. I didn't feel like talking a whole hell of a lot. It's 7 o'clock. Doing the 20-mile drive back in my pickup. Left the chopper there at one of the customers' house. Blew down. Got it all ready to go for the morning. But there's a sudden twist that has appeared though in the last 24 hours, and that is the weather. It was 85 today. Saturday's forecast calls for 101. Sunday, 105. Late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, a cold front hits. Monday's high is going to be 95. Tuesday's high, 49. Yeah, you heard me right, 49. With a forecasted low of 33 right now. If that were to drop a couple degrees and we had a freeze, it would turn this harvest into chaos, because we are a long ways from being done. So this could get sketchy. We'll just have to wait and see. Nothing you can do about the weather. It is what it is. But man, that's got the potential to hurt. So we'll see what happens. But right now I'm just driving into a bright sun, and we will talk to you guys later.